I would like to walk you through getting Tropo AGItate up and running, which is the new Tropo script that we recently released that allows you to recreate the *AGI protocol within the Tropo cloud and use any AGI server, which is actually fast AGI over TCP, with the Tropo cloud. So of course, first you'll need a Tropo account. It's completely free. Our call to action here, try it free, will walk you through the process of actually signing up for an account. I'm going to assume that you already have one, so I'm going to go ahead and log in with my account. Once logged in, I want to select Applications. I may then create a new application. We'll call it Tropo AGItate. For the URL that powers this, what we may do is actually just grab the file directly off of GitHub when calls come in. So to do that, you'll want to go to github.com/tropo/Tropo AGItate. Go into lib. Click on the tropo-agitate.rb script. You now see that the script is in here. You may right-click on raw. Copy that link address, come back to Tropo and paste that in there. That's all you need to do to go ahead and install the script, because we're going to run it right off of GitHub. So we will now create that application. You will now see that you have the application set up. It's been assigned a Skype voice number, so you may dial it for free from Skype, a SIP address, an INUM address as well. In this case, we'll go ahead and add a new phone number. We'll select one from Cocoa Beach down in Florida. Your application is now up and ready to run. We do have to configure it. So the next step for configuration is to take a look at the Tropo AGI config directory and the Tropo AGI config YML. For this, you may install it one of two ways on Tropo. First way is you may connect via WebDAV to webdav.tropo.com. It's as simple as using a WebDAV client. For OS X, it's actually built in. So you may go to http://webdav.tropo.com, connect to that, and it uses your same credentials that you logged into the website with. You may now see we've connected a webdav.tropo.com to our file system. You then need to create off of this a tropo_AGI_config directory, and then drop in the Tropo AGI config.yml file, which you may cut and paste from here. This file contains all the configuration you need. You have the Tropo section, which includes the speech synthesis voice. In this case, we're using AGItate, which is the English voice. There's 9 other voices you may actually use. We're going to use the recognizer for speech recognition, US English. And then the next SIP URI, in this case, if you leave it to default, is actually going to go to a Tropo script that plays an error message that we were unable to connect to your AGI server if it's not running or having a problem. And in this case, you can change this to route to another Asterisk server or to another Tropo application or any SIP endpoint that you can address from the internet. The key thing you have to change here is the URI. And in this case, I'm pointing it to my home IP address. Keep in mind that you do have to have an open TCP port that's forwarded from your firewall to wherever you're running your AGI server. The default port for the AGI server is actually 4573, if I recall properly. And then the context you set is actually here. And this can be anything you want. I'm going to go ahead and keep it Tropo AGI, but it can be any context that you want to run with your AGI application. We will save this. And if you don't want to actually use WebDAV, we do support FTP as well. So all you need to do for FTP is actually ftp.tropo.com. Once again, the same credentials. You may see that you have a www directory in here. CD into there. And you will then see the Tropo AGI config directory that you saw on WebDAV. you may go ahead and upload your configuration file via FTP here as well. Your AGI server. In this case, we're going to use Adhesion as the example. So if you're running on OS X, you already have Ruby and Ruby gems, or you need to install those on Linux or Windows. I may do sudo gem install Adhesion. I'm going to pass the flags no RI and no RDoc so that we don't take the time to actually install those, which is the documentation. Then we may create a project for Adhesion. We'll go ahead and create an Tropo AGItate. We'll modify the dial plan. I need a CD in there first. We will modify the dial plan. Right now the default context is Adhesion. We will change that to Tropo AGI. And then we will use the text-to-speech to play Hello World. Then we'll show that it may use the ubiquitous Hello World for asterisk TT monkeys, which is an asterisk sound file. We will save that. Come back over and clear and run that project. You may see we're now up and running on 4573. Come back to the Tropo website. We will now go ahead and copy our Skype address. Put it into Skype. I will bring back up the Adhesion console so we may see it, and then call the number.
Hello world.
And that's it. That's all it takes to go ahead and wire up a script to Tropo to make it look like asterisk AGI and use Adhesion. Of course, you could use other fast AGI frameworks like asterisk Java, PHP AGI, or PyStar. Enjoy it.